learning
Aren't we
just
all?
everything. Yeah. Okay. Got you going. Got my questions just in case. Um, let's see. Are we on? Yep. Okay, cool. It's showing up live.
We're here. We're not being awkward.
Yeah, not at all and never awkward. Okay, comments. Um, yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with the band The Used, but I've had their
Yes.
music in my okay. I've
You have
had
accurately tagged me as a millennial recovering emo child.
So when I washed my hair this morning after the gym, and like I'll usually just blow dry my bangs and then like let this part dry wavy.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it
yeah.
was like really limp this morning, and my bangs were like super to the side because I had just blow dried them. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have like MySpace hair. And then I was in a meeting, and Taylor was like, you just gotta throw on like The Used,
Like,
A Day to Remember or whatever. And I was like, oh
oh
my
my
gosh, now I'm gonna
God.
have The Used stuck in my head all day.
Gonna need some black eyeliner.
I know. I was like, I should have just like between meetings, I should have gone and put on some like super thick eyeliner.
You should actually just add one layer of something between each meeting and like slowly throughout the day get more and more emo.
That would be hilarious. I got to do that. Hey Nas, I got to do that during one of the days that we have multiple meetings. Throw everybody off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the Sam business. And also when I put in when I put your bio in, I noticed that you said like I think you said like hiking with my dog, and I was like, wait, you have 2 dogs now.
I do.
So I updated it.
I probably haven't. You never know what to put on those things. I'm like, how do I put myself into small words as a
Yeah.
description? So, but I was actually physically hiking with the dogs yesterday, so it's a check, actual hobby.
Yay. Yeah, I can't wait to be a dog mom again. It'll
Aw.
happen soon.
Yeah.
Okay. So Nas, since you're here, guess
Hi,
what?
Nas.
Oh, hello, Chris Lane Jones.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yeah, so you'll have to share this story eventually, maybe.
Yeah, yeah. It's not that exciting, but no matter how simple your name is, it can be messed up. Is
yes.
really.
Yeah, I've been called Moxie.
Like, yeah, because that's definitely your name. That makes way more sense.
But yeah, so this is Amanda, and I feel like we chatted so much online that I can't even remember if we met in person at ATO or Render. I feel like
have met
of those
once. I think just once. I know we met at Render, like early. It might have been your first Render.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I know you were bopping around.
And then we hung out recently at just the first day of Cascadia.
Oh, right. Because I have a great bracelet from you and the best fidget swag I've ever received in my life. I love that thing.
Oh my gosh. Thank you for saying that, because I have to, if it stops raining, I'll go to the post office. I'm supposed to send some to one of our friends, Janet. Okay.
They're so good.
Oh yeah. It's funny because when I went to ship, I like had them and I was like, does anybody want any of these? Like if I was standing in a crowd, and then at one point, like a couple people came looking for me to try to get one.
That's when you know it's hot. Make them come to you.
Awesome. Yeah. But yeah, so I have gotten to know you online, and then I know that you did a workshop or 2 that I attended.
I did back in the Apollo GraphQL days. You are all GraphQL experts now, I'm sure.
Yeah. So I love following your journey. Yeah. Cause I was even looking, cause I met you when you were at Wix.
Yeah.
And then, and then Apollo, and then Block. And so that's why it's perfect for you. I know it's a couple months away, I think, when you do Laid Off Lounge, or maybe late August.
It's coming. We booked one of those. Oh yeah, because my layoff story is pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. So Yeah.
We'll
I
save
feel
that story for
yeah,
the
for
other
laid off
podcast.
lounge. Yeah, because I was like, "Oh my gosh, you're perfect for, like, all of these." But anyway,
So
yeah.
many stories.
Yeah. Tell us all about yourself.
Oh my god. How can I do that?
I know, th
Um,
and then we'll get to this part. Well, at least
yeah.
the talking about the singing.
Oh gosh. Well, yeah, I guess briefly, for any of you who have not run into me, I'm very online, so you may have run into me. Um, I have been working as a developer advocate for probably, I don't know, like 7-ish years now, maybe more. I don't know. I'm losing count, so that's always a good sign that you've been doing something for a while. I was developer prior to that, and then prior to that, I just had a really long and winding journey. Even getting into tech, it wasn't an obvious, "This is what I wanna do with my life," thing. So, I have a non-traditional route here, and a lot of side quests along the way, but, definitely found my people and found what I love to do, so happy to be here. I live in San Francisco now, so I used to live in Baltimore. If you met me previously, I was probably an East Coaster. I am still an East Coaster in my soul, but, enjoying exploring San Francisco and getting to know it.
Yeah, that sounds like a really fun adventure too. I don't think I've ever so I was actually born in California, but I don't think I've ever been to San Francisco.
You'll have to come.
So yeah, I'm like one day,
Yeah.
especially now.
Yeah. I mean, there's, like, you can trip over a conference here or a event here, like, there's definitely a reason for you to come.
Yeah, oh, for sure. I was trying to and we have so many ambassadors out in LA that, I'm,
Nice.
like, trying to talk Taylor into letting us do something out there. Like,
Yeah, you could do, like, a little
at
West
some
Coast
point.
tour, just, like, cause LA to SF, like, once you're already on the West Coast, you might as well, like, hit a few cities, host a few events, and then circle back to the
Yeah.
East.
Yeah, for real, so fingers crossed. Let's
Yeah.
make the
Come
budget
on,
for that.
Taylor, get
I
Roxy
know.
West. I hope you're watching.
Yeah. Oh gosh, he's super sick. Hopefully he's in bed.
Oh, no.
Um, okay, so one of our well, a lot of our questions have to do with like the journey.
Mm.
But I definitely want to hear about your long windy road. Because I feel like a lot of us are sort of on that or have been through that and
Yeah.
are either still trying to get into tech or just made it in March.
Hey. Um, yeah, so I'd say, like, I kinda grew up in a family that, like, didn't value college or anything like that, like, very blue collar family, all kinds of different jobs and things like that, and I also kinda grew up in the era, like, dating myself a little, that, like, people didn't really talk to girls about math and science and things like that, like, those, we were funneled into softer professions,
Yeah.
it just never occurred to me, like, tech didn't, it wasn't even in my mind as an option, not that I didn't think I could do it, I just didn't even think about it at all, like,
Yeah.
I knew about computers, I knew people that coded, I liked to play video games, like, I was there, but I just kinda went a different path for a while, and so, I was a massage therapist for a long time, that's what I did, like, right out of high school, because I was also a theater kid, and as Naz now knows, sang classical music and some opera and went on, those kinds of journeys, but eventually kind of got to a point where I was like, "Well, none of this is really gonna make my life easy to sustain. There's no safety net. There was no even, I didn't even have, health insurance during that whole time. Like, you have to take care of everything yourself. I don't know if it's still the same in those industries, but in these kind of like holistic healthcare industry, there was really, it's just like a service, any other service industry when I did it at least. And so you really are on your own and completely dependent upon your body. And so that was like, I was like, this isn't a good idea. If something happens to me, I'm really screwed. I'll be on my own. So I eventually went to college. And even there, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I got a degree in geography, and geographic information systems. I lived near DC, so I knew that there were jobs at the end of that journey. I couldn't go to college just like for the romantic, like, I want knowledge, bring it to me. Like, there had to be a job on the other side of college for me. And I love maps. I really like geospatial data. It's just a really cool field to me, so I really enjoyed it. And my first job, I sat next to a software team. So, um, I did a lot of mapping, but then also started kind of doing little things for them if they needed a map in an application. And eventually, when a junior role opened on that team, I was recruited into their team and never looked back, and been in tech since.
Nice. So it
Yeah.
kinda was like a nice flow for you?
Yeah, I just, I'm one of those people for a very long time, and for me, this worked. It doesn't work for everybody, but I just kinda said yes to everything and was always open to the idea that I just didn't know where I was gonna end up, and, like, that was okay. So when things that were interesting to me came along, I would explore them. Like, not, like, recklessly, but, like, not kind of, like, rigid, like, where I thought I knew what I wanted to do in my exact path. So I think that's why a lot of these opportunities, as they came up, I was able to say yes instead of finding a reason to say no or being scared or anything like that.
Yeah, totally. Even I guess whenever everything started and I started attending conferences in 24, yeah, saying yes was very important. Like,
Mhm.
even someone asked me on a podcast, I was like, "I'm not even in tech yet," like, and they asked me on a podcast, and I was like, "Just yes, sure." Like,
Yeah, I
it's
don't know
like
what to
I'm
talk about. Why would you
terrified.
wanna talk to me?
Yeah, but it's very important to say yes,
Yeah.
do it
It's
scared.
terrifying to say yes. Saying no is easier.
Yes, yeah, because
Except
it's a
when you
lot of
get I'm
time.
actually finding a different point now, especially being in San Francisco is doing this to me. I'm used to saying yes to everything. There's a lot of events here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people asking for your time here because there's so much going on in tech here.
Mhm.
So now I'm having to figure out how to say no actually, which is unusual for me so that I don't burn out. So I'm on the other side of the needing to say yes all the time to, "Oh, I need to figure out what's worth saying yes to and what I should say no to."
Yeah, yeah, and it's funny because, like, going to conferences and stuff, I sort of like, I'll RSVP to events,
Mhm.
but I'm kind of elusive until I'm at the conference, I'll try not to talk about where I'm staying or how long I'll be there because 'cause I'm like, I don't wanna make super firm plans,
Mhm.
like, yet,
Yeah. I get that, yeah, it's hard
but
because I
yeah.
get really excited, so, like, 'cause I really do wanna see everybody, and I
Yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna come do everything, and I'm like, I'm also very tired.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. So I'm like, I don't wanna say yes too many times. So I'm like,
Yeah,
just gonna
yeah. Yeah,
don't
finding
see
no is
anything
a
until
powerful it's a powerful thing to find too.
Yeah. What so between your career transition, I guess since it kind of happened naturally, but, like, did you have any struggles or challenges jumping into tech, I guess?
Oh god, yeah, it was terrifying. When I got into tech so I like I said, I was mapping, that's what I went to school for, I have my degrees in that, like, I felt I was trained how to do that. When I was, like, poached by the dev team, I I was like, "Yeah, let's do it, that sounds fun." And I really had no idea what I was getting myself into. And so this is a government contractor, so their main, like, bread and butter stack is, like, C#.net. And I don't know how many of you are familiar with that, but, like, I knew 0 things except for, like, maybe basic HTML, JavaScript, CSS, basic Python from doing some scripting for my mapping work, and then thrown into .NET by myself. Like, the team was great, but they can't teach me. I had to, like so I'd be around all these people that, like, had years and years and years of experience beyond me, brilliant, and I'm just like, every day, I have no idea what's going on. And so every night I'm going home with my entire laundry list of things that I nodded at the entire
Oh.
day and had no idea what was going on. So basically, I'd say the first year of that, like, junior dev role, I worked my ass off. There's no other way around. Like, I would be at work all day trying to what felt like justify my existence. I can't believe
Mhm.
they let me here. Why am I here? And going home every night and trying to figure out how to make sure I knew, like, I was learning something and actually starting to understand how to do things. And it took a long time for me to feel like I knew anything. And I'd say it took a good year for me to feel really comfortable in that role because I was really starting from 0. And with government contracting, it also wasn't just one type of contract. C#.net was their like main contracts, but there'd be like other little, they're like, oh, we have a mobile app contract. Oh, this person uses WordPress. This person uses, so you also had to like context switch a lot, which is really hard when you're starting at zero and you're like, I don't even know the basics. And now I have to also consider these other frameworks. And oh, it's a contracted timeline. And oh, you can only work X amount of hours on this contract at any given time because that's like, so there was this whole other like world of just it being like that it's contract based, which is different too. Um, but I think also that kind of environment really accelerated my learning in a lot of ways. But yeah, I basically had no life at all because I was like, I want this, so I have to go all in. And I was given this opportunity, so I need to like rise to it and not expect that like not expect that it's gonna like stay if I don't actually kind of rise to the occasion and do the work alongside it.
Yeah. So obviously you probably had a lot of imposter syndrome. our favorite little friend.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What kind
Um,
of support system or like
mm,
ways to, I don't know, kind of change your mindset? Like what did you do, or who did you have around to help you?
I'm not a great role model for this, honestly. I no, I like lone wolfed this shit. It was a terrible idea. Don't
Oh
don't be
no.
me. No, I didn't. The funny thing is, like all of you here in this community and online in Torque community and any other communities you're in, like when I got started as a developer, I didn't know that there were developer communities online. Like even at that time, I feel like it's even more ubiquitous now, but like I didn't know that people helped each other.
Yeah.
I thought I just had the people on my team who they are super helpful, but B, they're also really busy. And also C, I'm trying to like not look like they made a terrible mistake
Yeah.
letting me onto their team. So I just solo panicked and lived in the tutorials and built things a lot. Like it was really stressful. It sucked. And I, cause it, so it took me a while to know that it wasn't like that people were out there. Cause I didn't meet people in tech because I didn't really know anybody outside my team. And like the people I knew day to day from my like life were not doing what I was doing. So I just didn't know anybody. And I didn't go to conferences. I didn't really know about conferences. Like I was just working. So I was like, well, I'm gonna just lock in and do this myself. And so yeah, it would have probably been a lot nicer. I don't recommend it.
Yeah. I feel like when I started, I also had no idea about communities, and so I was very, like, on and off and on and off because I didn't have the motivation, like, I didn't have
Yeah.
anyone in my life, like, that was a software engineer or related that I could talk to. But
Yeah,
but yeah.
it's hard. It's yeah, finding community is a really big deal and finding it early in your journey. I like that's incredible. Like I had the pressure of wanting to keep my paycheck, so luckily motivation wasn't an
Yeah.
issue. I had because I did, I was fortunate to be given a job opportunity, so you have that kind of pressure to rise to that occasion, but community would have at least made it know like that I wasn't alone on that journey, right? So
Yeah.
definitely it was lonelier at the beginning. But as I made more friends on the dev team and you find out that everybody at every stage in their journey feels this in some way or another because there's always something new to learn or somebody that knows more to you or some project that baffles you. It just never ends.
Yeah. No, I no, totally. I feel like community for me motivated me to keep going, but, like, I guess if you had found it sooner, it would've just, like, helped with your stress levels
Yeah,
maybe?
I think so. Like I said, it because of the nature of how I started, it wasn't the motivation was there in the form
Yes.
of a job.
Yeah.
But yeah, that just kind of like somebody to just at the end of the week be like, "Oh my God, can I talk to you about this stuff?" Or even just nerd out with. Like the dumb things I was learning, I felt like the people that I worked with were already so advanced. Like my little like, I made the button do the thing, like journey that I'm on, my little baby journey. Like I'm like, nobody here cares.
Yeah, I
So
know,
you didn't
yeah.
have anybody to celebrate those little like those earlier wins because I didn't have anybody at the same level as me. And like so I was just like, yeah, look what I did. And like there's nobody around
Yeah.
to tell.
Yeah, and then I had the opposite issue where, like, before I found the community, everything I did seemed like a bigger deal. They're like, "Oh, you made this." You said, like, even just "Hello World." My mom would probably be like, "Oh my
It's
gosh."
amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, the
Get
reality.
into a community, they're like, "Ugh, I've
Yeah. It's
seen that to-do list
yeah.
before."
I was like, "Help me with the next step, community." Um, but yeah, so did you have any routines or anything to just kind of like, I guess, decompress when you weren't, like glued to your learning
Yeah.
journey? I know
Yeah,
you
yeah.
mentioned, hiking earlier. I don't know if that
I wasn't a big hiker when I lived in Baltimore because you had to kinda, like, drive for a what? Alright, we're gonna change the whole vibe of my room now. This is one of those this is one of those rooms that has, like, the automatic lights, and I turn them off for, like, the studio, and, like, sometimes they're like, "You didn't mean that, right?" And it'll just turn on. Luckily, this has never happened while I'm, like, actually recording content. I'd be so annoyed. Like,
Yeah.
"This is whatever. You're just getting me in
Yeah.
worse lighting now." You'll survive.
Oh,
Routines.
wow.
Oh, okay. So I'm a big
Yes.
movement person. I was a big runner for a long time.
My
Movement's a big deal for me. So yeah, anything I could do to either get out and run, get into a yoga class, something like that. Like, and obviously like seeing your friends, like even though they weren't going through the same thing I was, in some ways it's also good in your support system to have people that don't give a shit at all. And you can step out of that mentally and allow your mind to break and just check into what's the rest of the world thinking about, you know?
Yes. Yeah, especially because it does really occupy your brain, like, at all times, like, you have to
Yeah. And you need a
disconnect.
rest. And also just
Yeah.
to remind yourself, like, when it feels terrible, like, there's a whole world out here.
Mhm.
Like, this isn't the end of the world.
Yeah, and sometimes I have to catch myself because all I want to talk about is, like, what's my new job or, like, the
Yeah.
conference I went to or I'm going
Yeah.
to or the people I met, and I'm like, "Stop. This is not their world." Like, just shut up.
Yeah. Well, and it just reminds you to, like it's like, "Oh, I wanna be a whole person too,"
Yeah.
and but it's also okay to be absorbed sometimes, and you especially when you're learning and leveling up, like, you do need to be really absorbed in something, I think, to get to that next level, but it's nice to step out too. It can be,
Yeah.
like, refreshing like many studies show, like, giving your brain a break, you can also solve problems that way and be more creative in your own, focus area.
Yeah. No, totally. Um Yeah, I just from what you're saying, I'm, like, thinking back to my past jobs. I'm like, have I always been this way?"
Mm.
What are some, I guess, like, some of your transferable skills,
Mm.
um,
I have no skill.
that I guess sort of made you attractive to the dev team maybe? Or just in general that you're able to carry with you and, utilize daily?
Yeah, in that particular scenario, the geospatial skills that I already had were very necessary to the team. So they had seen me do technical tasks before and technical problem solving. Um, there's a lot of professions that are very technical in nature, and the way you approach problem solving, the way you think is actually very similar to development. It's just you not writing the code. I mean, honestly, we're all not writing the code now as much anymore either. So there's that. But at this time, that was that was a bigger deal. So I think like I had the business knowledge that they knew they needed as far as kind of the geospatial nature of that organization. And then they had seen me do some technical tasks. So there was this assumption that I could figure it out. Like they trusted me based on the few smaller tasks that they had given me, like maybe making a small web map for something they needed. And just honestly, I think, and actually, I assume all of you in here are probably familiar with Leon Noel and
Oh, yeah.
his I can't remember. He mentioned it again. I don't think this is from him, but it was that book again where like that don't eat lunch alone kind of mantra
Yeah.
that he talks
Mhm.
about. And I think that's from a book, but I haven't read the book, but I've heard Leon say it.
Yes.
But that's a real big deal. And early in my career, especially, I would always go like sit and eat lunch around other people. So I met other teams naturally, and then you also build that bond that way. So it's a natural like kind of social thing in some ways if you're looking at like kind of an in-office move. Like if you already have a job and you're like, I'd love to get into a different career path this way, make friends with the other teams too. Like just make friends with them. And they'll get to know you and how you think and what you think about. And then like they slowly started giving me some random tasks. So when a junior role opened up, they were like, "Hey, would you want to go for this?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Like, yeah, no question.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, and I totally agree. I feel like it's super hard with everything being remote now, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm assuming that maybe some companies do some kind of like coffee chat situation. I don't know, but I feel like it would be a pretty good idea.
In my experience, it's annoying, but I hope it helps somebody, because there's this stupid Slack bot that I feel like
Oh,
I've seen on every company I've been on that's like, it'll randomly match you with somebody else in Slack that has like signed up for the app, and then you're supposed
oh,
to like meet and get to know each other. But like if you're fully remote, you spend so much time in virtual meetings that the idea of
mm,
meeting somebody casually virtually, it's like not fun. Like it's good to
yeah,
meet other people in your company that way, but it's also annoying because you're like, "Oh, good, another meeting."
yeah. No, I can totally see that side of things.
Yeah.
I was in like I was briefly in the Torque coffee chat channel, but then when things started picking up, I was like, I'll take a break from this for a second. But it's been
Yeah.
super useful and great. Like I'm so grateful for Jeff to make for making it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I
but
think it works for some people for sure. Like I don't think I'm just a grumpy person about when I see another meeting on my book, I'm like, "Ugh."
yeah, no, but our coffee chat bot has been great and for our community
Nice.
members and everything.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I feel like one of the things that I asked in almost like every interview was like if we had company offsites or like some time to like get to know coworkers like once or twice a year because I feel
yeah.
like
It's so
I
important.
was yeah, because I mean I knew so when I joined Torque, I knew Taylor, but I didn't like know him. I only knew like, surface level Taylor. I knew surface level Brianna. So the fact that like right when I started, we were in Mexico for a week and then we were in Chile for a week. I was
Ooh,
like, yeah. So it was basically like company offsites, like
I wanna
right
come to
off
your
the bat.
offsites, man. That sounds
I mean,
cool.
the food was great.
Wow, yeah, I'd never leave.
But yeah, so I do think that's important to like get to know people. So,
Yeah.
you not eating lunch alone.
Yeah. For remote, one of the things my first, leader at, Wix, his name was Prashant, adore him. I don't know where he is now. He was, like, a VP of DevRel at Wix. We're shifting back into night mode here. Uh, it thinks I'm dead again. I gotta stay very still. Um
My goodness, this is
So
sorry, the
we
chat's
used to do
distracting me.
this thing. We had this budget and we were all over. Like there were some of us in California, some in Seattle, some on the East Coast. It was the US side of the Wix team, not the Israeli side. And we had a budget to do like team building stuff once a month, but we wouldn't like you can't go and meet up with each other once a month. Like that's too much. So we would do things like one of them, we decided to do, like, baking together, and so we sent everybody the same, like, I don't know, cupcake mix or something, and then we all set up our things in our kitchens, and, like, we baked together, like, we were on a weird cooking show together, um, and then that was
Oops.
fun, and then we do, like, the kinda games you can do, like, so we'd have game nights, that was fun, so we would try to find an activity to do together. Ugh, man, I swear I hate this room so much, so much. I have to do recordings later today, and apparently it's very sensitive to movement today, so I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna
Put a piece of tape over?
I
Is
was
it a
about to say
sensor?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
put tape over
my
it.
dad does that at home.
Yeah. Well, I asked the people that run the building, I was like, "Can I fix this?" And, like, nobody fixed it, so maybe they don't know how either. I don't know. Anyway,
Wait,
distracted, but yeah.
so side note, is this like a workspace that's free or that you rent, or are you like do you work, from an office?
I'm in office again. So I was remote for
Oh.
7 years, and, after the block layoffs, which we'll talk more about in our next
I know.
episode,
Yeah,
like
on Laid Off Lounge
on
next
Laid
month.
Off Lounge. Um, I I was doing a lot of interviewing, and I haven't actually been open to the idea of going back in office in a long time. A lot of people have asked. A lot of people have asked me to move to San Francisco specifically because there's a lot of jobs here. Um, comparatively to some other geographies right now. And it was just kind of the right place, right time that I met the founders of this company and the people that I interviewed with. And um, so yeah, so now I'm in office and I actually really love it. Like I said, it was just kind of like the right place, right time for me, and the right teams. I think the people here are really great. So and I think that that makes a big difference. So yeah, I've been in office. I'm in office 4 days a week. I don't have to be in here that much, but I just like coming in. I take a boat to work. I take a ferry. It's very cute.
Yeah, that's right. I
Very
feel like
cute.
you
I'm very
mentioned
into it.
that. Yeah.
I'm
That
really
is
excited.
so yeah,
Very
that's so
cute.
romantic.
I know,
Like,
right? I'm like, I'm on a boat every morning. There was boat traffic this morning, so the ferry was running late. Like, how cute is that?
yeah. What kind of boat traffic is there? Do you have to go, like, through a bridge, or is it,
No, there's
like
like people in sailboats on a Monday. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Like, what are you guys even doing here?
it's the summer, it's summer traffic.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, yeah, I'm in office again, and I'm really enjoying it. There are some things that are harder, for sure. But I was kind of ready after 7 years being remote to see people again. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. I feel like I'll eventually be there because I'm so used to being in education.
Mhm.
I saw people every day. I saw people of all ages every day.
You need a break.
And yeah, now, like, yeah. I and
Yeah.
so just before I forget, I have my I love
Vappy.
this thing. Yeah, that you
Yeah,
gave
it's
me
so
that.
cute.
Yeah, I get comments on it all the time.
It's very cute. Um, yeah, I think when you have kids and things too, like, it's like, I don't have any kids, so that's one thing. Like, if I was a mom right now, I think it would just be impossible to make the choice that I've made because 'cause I'm not at home as much. And it would make it would just be really tough, I think, unless I had, like, the income to have, like, help. But even then, like, you wanna be home and experience them experiencing the world. So I think that would make it a lot harder, but I'm in a position where I'm able to make that choice, like, for myself right now.
Yeah, totally. I know that it's for me, I often think of, like, it'll happen when it's meant to. Um, because I know in 2015, like, I had a friend that was really trying to get me into tech because that was the first time I left public education, and I really wish that I had, like, because I feel like there's, like, the tech people that are online,
Mhm.
and the tech
Yeah.
people that are offline.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're
There's a
not like,
whole
there's no
world of
Twitter.
offline
Yeah.
tech people.
Yeah, yeah, and I feel like those are, like, the Peter Piper people almost, like, they're you I I used to watch that sh or I did watch that whole show a long time ago. What was it called? Silicon Valley?
Oh gosh, so good.
Yeah,
So good.
and, but yeah, that's why I referenced it 'cause, like, lately, some of the, reels that have popped up have been, like, Peter Piper, but I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is, like, my friend," and so when he was trying to get me into tech, he was, like, talking over my head, like, everything.
Mm.
Oh, Pied Piper, thank you so much,
Right.
Bethany,
Oh,
thank you.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
just going along with it. I was like, "Yeah,
I know. I
I
was like,
got
"You know what I'm
you. I
saying, you know
got
what I'm talking
you."
about, Pied Piper." Um, but yeah, so that's where he was, and he was trying to
Mm.
talk me into tech, like, in a way that made no sense to me. And I was like, "Man, yeah," I was like I was trying, like, he invited me to, like, do some meetings and, like, try to brainstorm on this app. I had no idea about that world at that point.
Wow.
Yeah, it would have been, like, 10 years sooner, and that would just been crazy.
It wasn't your time. It wasn't your time.
Yeah, you're right, like, it is about just, like, the right time and place
Mhm.
and, you have to learn
Definitely.
life lessons, have your
Totally.
5,000,000 children. I'm just kidding. That's
That's a
what
lot.
3 feels like.
Oh gosh, I'm sure. Yeah, my aunt had 6,
Oh my gosh.
and I was like, "That's a lot. That's a lot of kids."
Yeah. Oh, I have a friend that was like, once you have more than 4, 5, it's like, it doesn't even matter. I'm like,
You go there, find a
that
room.
sounds insane."
Yeah. Go kill
Yeah.
your own dinner. Like, I don't know, something like that.
Do you so obviously there's, like, less women in tech, and people have even told me before March that they were like, "Yeah, but you're a woman, like, you have a bigger chance," or whatever, like, is there
Do
anything I
we?
know. I know, right? Like, are there any, like, misconceptions or, like, things that you yourself notice, even just, like, walking into a room or, I
Yeah.
feel like I barely even notice it anymore. Like, there's certain situations where I'm like, "Oh, crap." Like, but
Yeah, Yeah, you definitely you get thick skin as a woman, so you do get to a point where you're like, it just doesn't even nothing really phases you.
Mhm.
For work, I've been very lucky. I've never experienced some of the really kind of horrible toxicity that I've heard plenty of stories of. I've always been in really supportive environments, a lot of times with women as part of the leadership, women engineers, and things like that, to a less percentage, but more welcoming environment. But I'd say where you do still see it is every once in a while, I definitely still get that. Uh, People approach me as though I probably am not technical in any way, and I'm like because there is, for better or worse, the way the developer relations profession has evolved, has expanded beyond kind of its original scope, and there are people that have never worked as developers that do developer advocacy, and so because of that and just people being jerks, um, sometimes people assume that developer advocates are not technical now. And so you've got dealing with women, dealing with that the kind of abstract nature of the definition of developer advocacy, and that it does now include people that are a wider spectrum than it used to. Um, and so and people like to come with their own base kind of assumptions. So every once in a while I will notice that, and then I'm just like, depends on the vibe on if I want to engage with it at all. I find for me at least, and everybody's different, is that I usually find it's not worth my time to engage with people that come with their own assumptions about who I am and what I know how to do.
Yeah. I do feel like we end up developing a thick skin. Like, I don't know. It's like, do you want to let someone get away with their perception or like statement or whatever? And then it's like, is it even worth
Yeah.
dealing with?
Yeah,
Like,
I find that it's not usually. Every once
yeah.
in a while, I'll engage, and I almost always regret engaging, and it's because it's especially if it's online, because people that are hiding behind their crappy comments online are worse to deal with than people in
Mm.
person.
Yeah, no, totally. I agree.
I will,
Um,
however, stand up for other women, especially because I've just, I've just been around for a while at this point. So if I see younger women that maybe haven't found their footing, like I will step in if I ever would need to. I've definitely been in scenarios where I felt like a younger like woman was being given an opportunity in a meeting or being spoken over, having their work spoken for, and I definitely have interrupted and been like, "Hey, actually, she built this," and she like so I take more issue when I see it happen to, like, women that are coming up now than to myself. I'm just like, "Ugh." For me, I'm not as worried anymore.
yeah, that's really cool. I try to support women online. Um, yeah, and like I'll try to follow if a woman follows me, I'm more prone to following her back than like if
Yes,
it's a
always.
man. And I'm like, I don't know you. I don't know. We
Yeah.
don't have
I
any connections.
And it all counts. Like, you don't have to do anything big to support women. It's, sharing women's content, interacting with it. Yeah, speaking up if you see something that's obviously trolling or wrong or things like that.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of ways you can support that don't, like, cost you anything.
Yeah. Totally. Like watching she ships.
Like watching she ships. Like and subscribe. No.
Yeah, smash that follow button. um, oh yeah. Sorry. Oh hey.
Hey, hey,
Hey, look,
hey, look at this,
someone's
Nikki.
near you.
Oh, I know, Nick's coming through
Oh, yay.
on the bay side. Picked a good
One
week.
day.
The weather's nice here this week. It's kinda warm. I mean, if you like warm. Some people like it cool. It's been cool and cloudy recently, though, but it's a little bit warmer this week, which I'm enjoying.
Yeah, I was just in Florida and it was coming back to Texas. It's a different kind of heat over here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's
Florida's
no
like
nice water to cool off next to.
yeah.
Yes, Bethany, I did just make the same joke. But yeah, so last year I was like, I'm going to go to New York next year for some reason, and I did. So now in 2027, I will hit up San Fran for some reason or
Yeah.
another.
I love it. Come through. Find a conference. Just, like, apply to things and, you know,
Something.
there's something. There's always
Yeah.
something.
So now that you are, like more established, you're well known. What
So weird. It's so weird to me when people come up to me and they know my work. Like, to me, that never stops being weird. I also don't feel like I'm that on like, I'm online, but not, like, to the extent of a lot of people who share their work and things like that. Like, I feel like I don't actually share a whole lot. Um, and I still have people that will tell me that they knew me from XYZ thing, like, years ago, and I'm like, "What the"
Yeah.
baffles
Well,
me.
I feel like when I think of you or like, knowing you, meeting you, seeing you online, I always think of like how you're one of the smartest women that I know. And yeah, no, and
Wow.
like well, I attended the workshop that you did.
Oh,
Like
I'm glad you
you
really
you
enjoyed that.
explained everything so well and you're just so well spoken and
Oh, I
I don't think I'm
appreciate that.
dumb, but like I don't have a way
Yeah.
with words like you do. So
I'm
so
sure we always are hardest on ourselves, that's for sure.
yeah,
I
I
put a lot of effort into things, so I'm glad that it translates to that.
It does, yeah, super hardworking. Yeah, that's why, like, I think, we'll discuss this more on Late Off Lounge, but I feel like the internet rocked, like, when you posted about your
Oh,
layoff.
man. I mean,
Everybody
that
was
was such a shocking layoff, and I think it was the first big one like that where somebody was like, "This is because of AI. I don't want this many people in my company right now, and I believe in a different kind of a vision, and I'm gonna go for it." And, like, I think, like, the industry had been dancing around the idea that that might be happening, and then it just did, and it was a big one. So, yeah, for better or worse, it was so visible that, I was able to get a lot of conversations, and we'll talk more about that on Late Off Lounge.
next month. I think it's like the
I
27th or
think it's
something.
next month. Yeah. We spread them out a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and the light.
It's so sensitive today. Like, I have no idea I'm gonna put tape over it after this now. Sorry. You're gonna have
What
so
is
many. I hope you don't make clips out of this. You're gonna be like, "She's in 7 different colors. I can't get the like."
No, it's funny. I turned my purple on after you mentioned I was like, "Oh, I forgot my to turn my light on." Um, no, someone else makes the clips, hopefully.
Yeah, I tried to look cool for you guys, it just doesn't work for me.
Um, I was just gonna ask what so what I know we talked about your support and stuff earlier, but
Mm, mhm,
now
mhm.
that you're like, you're more established, people know you, like what's a bad day for you and like how do you handle it and come out of it?
Oh, man. Um, I'd
Chocolate is one answer.
I do I love food, I really do.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
right. You do. I saw that I think you said like in your spare time you love cooking.
I do love cooking. I actually don't that's one of the things coming from remote to, in office, I don't have it. I used to cook every single night of the week, every single night. And I don't do that now. I more cook on the weekends now. But I'd say now because, like I said, it's more like the longer you do something and the more you get known for doing something, especially a very public facing role like this, it's easier for me to get burnt out now than it used to be because there's a lot of people that ask for my time now. And so I'm in the process of learning, like I said, how to say no better and know who to say no to and like how and like in a graceful like I appreciate people bringing opportunities to me and ideas and partnerships and I don't want them to stop, but I just physically can't do all of it. And it's so figuring out that way. So right now I'd say it definitely looks like me doing too much, working too many hours, and then just not being myself. Like you get that kind of mind racing, you can't calm down. So then like you feel like you're communicating poorly and just because your brain hasn't had a chance to chill. Your sleep gets better or work better. I wish it did. Your sleep gets worse because like you're going, going, going. So, and then I usually just have to kind of like hard reset that, like just kind of like dig in, you know, do my physical activities. Physical activities is always for me. Do my yoga, do my meditation, reset all that shit. If it's this job and you probably have this issue too, you're very online a lot, so it is really hard to step away from your computer, step away from your phone. Like I will put that shit on a different floor in my house, go out without anything that I can connect to anything with. So um I have to like really very, very consciously think about it right now because I'm still in that process of learning that balance now that I am getting more requests for my time than I used to.
Yeah. And real quick on that note, thank you so much for making time for us.
Yeah. Well, I will definitely say yes to you.
Aw. But no, I purposely left the house without my computer today because I was like, "All right, I'm gonna take the kids to swim. It'll be
Mhm.
fine." And then my mom was like, "Do you wanna stop by real quick for lunch?" And I was like, "Okay, but it has to be quick because I have to get back 'cause I didn't bring my computer, like,
Yeah.
purposely so that I could
Oh,
enjoy, like,
exactly. Like I'm
just, like,
trying
an
to be
hour and a half."
present.
I and, of course, then it starts pouring, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I should have brought my computer."
The one day you're like making this
But
conscious effort to be a
yeah.
human and like be in the moment. You're like,
But my no,
no,
my
I feed my
dad
machines.
yeah, no, but my dad was a workaholic, and I remember, like, we would go on family vacations to the Dominican Republic, and he would be, like, at the beach bar with his laptop,
Oh
and so
yeah.
whenever we were just in Florida, I was like, "Okay, I'm leaving my computer, like, in the condo,
Mhm.
and, like, whatever I have to do, I'll just go there real quick," and then I'm like,
Yeah.
try it's like balance, but
Yeah, I get that.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm definitely a bit of a workaholic myself, so it's like, yeah, trying to find that balance, because, and part of that comes from, like, loving what you do, but, like, there's other things to life, and especially, yeah, your kids, you don't want them to remember that visual if you can help it, like that, "Oh, yeah, mom's here, but she's, like, never here." Like
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. And so and now I am trying to find more of a balance because
Mhm.
yeah, when you work from home, it's like, wait, if I finish something Sunday night, then Monday
Mhm.
I have like, I can go to swim class without taking my laptop.
Yeah, yeah.
But alas. I feel like you do a really good job though of touching grass. I mean, I
Most of the
love
time.
following your
I'm not
Instagram
perfect, that's
account
for
because you
sure.
post you post like,
Yeah.
all the pretty trips and your
My
pups and the
doggies.
shore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my doggies. I do try to get outside every single week, like, no matter what's going on, I always try to get outside every single weekend, especially because sometimes during the week, like, I'm really close to, if you're familiar with San Francisco, I'm close to where, like, the Embarcadero, so, like, the path that goes along the water, along the promenade, and so I can go down there and take a walk, but there's a lot of days where I don't leave this building, and, like, I could, so I always make sure to at least, do outdoor things on the weekends, whether cycling or hiking or whatever it is. So there's that.
Yeah. Yeah. And you do your yoga during the week or on the weekend as well?
I actually haven't found a place out here to do yoga yet, but I do go to the gym every day before work. And I
Okay.
found a dance studio in my neighborhood, but the schedule keeps not working out. So the only class I made it to, the
Mm.
teacher actually didn't show
That's
up. So
right.
this
Yeah.
week I am, and I'll tell you all here so you hold me accountable. I'm going to go to dance class this Friday for sure. So
Nice. Yeah, I do remember that post because you even had, like, the shoes, like, it was almost like
those those
the
weren't
fancy
dance shoes.
oh, they weren't? They
No,
looked like those, like, ballroomy dancing heels or whatever.
those were random ass heels that I pulled out of my closet that I was like, "Oh my god, I hope I can dance in these." I did actually get, like, the little dancey heels that have, like, the little strap, like I used to have when I did dance more often, 'cause I am a person who commits myself to the hobby before I've committed myself to the hobby, so I literally bought shoes after that night because I was like,
Yeah,
I can't wear these." Um
it's like everybody roller skating in 2020. Like, they just
Yeah, I
bought, like,
almost
the
bought
nicest
roller
skates.
skates. I did too, because I was like, "I'm gonna start roller skating." No, you're not. I'm afraid of falling.
Oh my gosh, yeah, those it can be bad. But yeah, no, I love seeing all your outside of tech stuff,
Yeah.
which I know, like, let me share real 'cause I think you put your dogs on Twitter sometimes.
Sometimes I mostly put personal things in, my private accounts that have, like, my friends and family connected to them and
Yeah.
some tech people that I've gotten to know, but just as like, a slight separation between my personal life. Because another thing as a woman, and I've never had this happen to me, but I'm very aware that it can. I think women are more just targets to be bothered to in ways that we don't necessarily want to be. So I like to keep my personal life a little separate, not fully. Like I still want people to know me outside of my work, but I share less about my personal life in Twitter and LinkedIn than I do in other places that I know my family and like my longer term friends are. And it's a balance how many folks I let into those accounts from tech too. And that's a conscious choice. Not everybody does it. And I've never had anything happen, but I've always been like, I've always felt like it's a little better and a little safer to keep it separated.
Yeah, no, I feel that. And as my kids are getting older, like, when they were younger, they were so cute and they didn't care. And my daughter's getting older, so like she's kind of on my stuff less, which is fine
Yeah.
and safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, and it's, it just happens naturally. So
Yeah.
there's certain things. My mom always says I overpost, I overshare,
Yeah.
which whatever, I probably do.
Everybody's got their
But
own balance for that and like what you feel comfortable with. And there's no right or wrong answer.
yeah,
Like it doesn't matter.
everyone's gonna judge you no matter what.
I mean,
Everyone or no one.
judging is somebody's favorite hobby out
Yeah.
there. So
Very true. And okay. I don't know. I feel like I just want to keep talking about all your non-tech stuff.
we can talk about whatever you want. This is your show, girl.
Yeah, you've brought up so much fun stuff. And we've already talked about, being a woman and everything too. What are your next what are your next travels going to be? If you
Ooh,
don't mind sharing, whether
yeah,
it's for work
yeah.
or for personal or what, because
I
it
don't
always
have
looks so
any
fun.
work travel right now. Like I said, I'm still kind of getting into that balance. There's right now I'm a one person team.
Oh wow.
So
Didn't
yeah,
know that.
yeah, I lead devrel here, but right now I lead myself. Report to me. um No, it's I'll build out a team eventually, but it's building out the function here and kind of seeing what works so that then I would know where we want to bring people in to put more effort into certain areas or not. So hoping to do that maybe later this year. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so because it's just me, I do tend to prioritize events that are nearby because if I add in travel days and a work event, that takes away from some other work I can do. So it has to be like really
Oh, mhm.
valuable right now. So I do a lot of events, but mostly here in SF. I'm at a meetup like every single week. So there's there's a lot going on here. But I did apply to a couple of conferences on the East Coast later this year, which I will not reveal until I know if I'm in or not. Um, so we'll
Dun
see.
dun dun. The
We'll
lighting.
see. I know. Da, da, da. Very dramatic. Um, for fun, I'm actually going over Labor Day. I'm taking a week and I'm meeting a girlfriend of mine in Tulum, and I've never been there before, so I'm very excited about that. And she's a person, she's kind of nomadic. I met her when she was living in Costa Rica like years ago. And so I don't really see her that often, but we'll meet up in fun locations occasionally. So
That's so cool.
she lived in Tulum for a while, so she knows it really well. And so yeah, we're gonna go and hang out down there. So that'll be a new adventure for me. And other than that, I'm just looking forward to getting to planning some trips that are West Coast based because like going from east to west is a it's a you got to really think about it. Like the time zone, it's enough to throw you off. But now that I'm on the West Coast, I'm like, oh yeah, I can pop down to LA or I can get to Hawaii really easily. That's kind
That's
of dope, right?
crazy.
Like
Yeah,
it's
that
not
is
that
so
far.
cool.
I could get up to Alaska now easier. It's still far, but like I was like, so there's all these places that I've never been that are actually a lot closer now. So I want to consider some of that. Now that I'm a few months in, I'm starting to feel settled into a routine. I can start thinking about like taking those kinds of breaks and feeling comfortable with that.
Yeah. Friday, I'm taking a 7-hour flight with the children,
Oh,
with everyone to Alaska.
you're going to Alaska. I can't wait to see the pictures.
Speaking
I've just
of
it's
Alaska,
so beautiful.
yeah, it's gonna be intense. Like, I know it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun.
It's gonna
I
be
just,
amazing.
like, thinking about the 7-hour flight, like, with
Don't
my
think about
children.
that too hard. I'm terrible. Like I can't sleep on flights and I wish I could. I don't envy a lot, but I envy so much people that can sleep anywhere. Like I wish I could. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I could sleep anywhere, but not when, 6 and 6 are saying, like, "Mom, mom, 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 look at this. Look at this. Look at this."
Mm. Yeah, that's true.
But I'll miss it one day, I'm sure. They're gonna be, like,
Oh, for
glued to their
sure.
phones as teenagers, and I'll be
Mhm.
like, "Hey, hey, hey, what are
Yeah.
you doing?"
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
Reverse
You're
it.
gonna have so much fun though. Oh,
Yeah, and that I'm not streaming from there, so because 'cause I'm like, I don't know what the service is gonna be like wherever we're going, so
oh my
my
god.
sister-in-law is a travel agent, so she kind of put the trip altogether. That's why I'm like, wherever we're going, like,
you need a Starlink. You need to, like, at
yeah,
Elon and be like, "Bro, give me a Starlink so I can
no,
stream from
no,
Alaska."
no. I'll take the opportunity to touch grass or ice or whatever the case
I
may
mean, yeah,
be.
that's probably better, but,
Yeah, our buddy Jason is gonna be helping out with some of the streams, and,
that guy, I remember him.
yeah, and I know Jeff always helps out with the Discord in my
Nice.
absence, but, yeah, thank you, Jeff, as I'm saying nice things about you.
He's like, "No, act like a penguin."
Um, but yeah, is there anything that we have 5 minutes left, is there anything that you wanted to chat about that we haven't talked about or
I don't have anything in particular. Obviously, if you're in San Francisco ever for any events, anybody, this is where I am now, come find me. I'm at a lot of places. I guess we didn't even talk about it. If you follow me, you already know, but I'm working at Vappy now, which is a voice AI orchestration platform. Voice is a whole lot of fun. So if you are interested in building for voice, you can also reach out to me about that. I love to talk about it, love to help people learn kind of all the different things you can do with a voice layer as an interface. So work stuff there is really fun. I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, yeah, and your booth was I mean, it seemed like your booth was, like, popping over at Cascadia, so
Poppin'. Yeah, man, poppin', poppin'. Cascadia was a good time. That was the first time I had been to that conference. Carter and the team up there do a really great job at, creating these community-driven spaces still that I know are harder and harder for people to keep up with and afford to do. It's a lot to pull that off. They do a great job.
yeah, and that was my first time as well, and I agree. I mean, I feel like most conferences are pretty well organized, but you can tell the ones that are
Yeah,
like
and the ones
to the
that really
T.
care, like, you can just tell who really, really cares about the developer community and, like, making sure the space is centered around their needs and bringing people together in a way that's, like, fun and also, like, useful for folks no matter what stage of journey they're in. So I think they did a really good job at balancing events and, like, the vibe around that.
Oh, yeah, totally. I wish I had seen you more, but I know that you had the hackathon, like, for 2
Yeah.
days
Oh my
previously, so
gosh,
you were,
that
like,
that was a
wiped.
too much trip. Yeah, we did a Vappy was at the hackathon, and so that was a two-day hackathon, and then after the hackathon, we hosted like, the happy hour, like, "Let's go have some food," and then 'cause I'm a crazy person, decided to build something because I saw something on Twitter that I thought was really cool, and I was like, "Hmm, I think I can build that." So that took, like, so the only day I had off that trip, I took an entire day building something instead because as developers, we are also insane, and and then it was a conference. And I had the workshop to host and then booth duty. So great time, but that trip nearly killed me, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I needed a rest after that.
Yeah, I'm glad we could go be grossed out by the gum wall at least.
Yeah, it was so nice to see you and Michael and Fran was in town. Yeah, there was a lot
Yeah.
of people. It was nice to be able to get out and walk around and see some sunshine. Definitely after the conference, I didn't go to the after party. I literally walked away from the conference venue and found a restaurant where I could sit and stare at the street instead of even into the restaurant and just eat by myself. Like, I needed to come down from that moment.
Yeah, yeah, I know, like, since you mentioned, Leon earlier, he
Mhm.
also, like, says, like, "Just stare at a wall for 20 minutes," like,
Yeah.
just, like yeah, and so that kinda reminds me of that, like, just
Yeah.
stare at a wall and, like, decompress and think, and, like, everything's just, like
Yeah. I always tell people I'm that, like, social introvert, and, like, that's another place where saying yes can get me into trouble because I think I have the social battery for all the things I committed myself to, and then I'm like, you get to that point, that tipping point where you're like, "Okay, peopling over, I need to go find alone space."
Yes. Oh, yes.
And then I'm like, "Oh shit, I ran out." So still somehow, after all these years of life, still figuring out how to actually properly know how far my social battery can go.
Yeah, I feel I've only worked, 2 booths, um like, I've only done 2 trips where I've worked the booth,
Yeah.
but luckily, like, there were enough of us one time that we split, like, we had shifts, and then
Yeah,
the
that's nice.
second time, I was like, "Hey, can I go to a couple talks?" Like, we had enough people that I could, like, step away for a minute
Yeah.
because, yeah, I was like
It's a lot.
yeah.
It reminds me of, when I was younger, I was bartending, like, part-time for a little while, and it reminds me of bartending because you're on display the whole time, like, there's no place to hide as a bartender. Like, servers
Mm,
go in the kitchen a lot, bartenders are always there, like, and so you're just like, "I can't take a beat
yeah.
here." Like
What is your favorite drink? Mentioning
Ooh, oh,
previously
okay.
bartending.
So if it's a cocktail, um, I'll either get an old fashioned or a paper plain usually. So both bourbon based cocktails. Wine, I prefer reds. I love Pinot Noirs a lot. And beers, out here, I've been enjoying a lot of like the West Coast, like hazy IPAs, have been really good. So yeah.
Yeah, I like an IPA every once in a while. I do like trying the local beer.
Yeah.
And I've recently started being more curious about other people's favorite cocktails because I never know what to order.
So my favorite thing to make for guests too is paper planes. They're so easy because it's equal parts, so you don't ever have to think about it. It's just bourbon, Aperol, Amaro, and lemon juice, and it's all equal parts, and you just shake it up, and everybody always loves them. Like,
Nice.
I don't know why, for me, it's like the easiest, like, impressive cocktail I can make for people, but it's just a very, like, basic classic cocktail. So, if you want a Baltimore cocktail, you can take a Miller High Life and drink it. If you get the glass bottle, drink it down to the where the, like, girl in the moon is, and then put, oh, what's the pink one? Aperol in there and lemon in there, and then that's a spaghetti.
Oh, wow. I have
It's
never
actually
heard of
really
that
good. It
one.
sounds ridiculous, but it was created in a bar in Baltimore and has, expanded beyond that, so I've seen it at other places now too.
Wow.
So if you come to San Francisco, I'll make you a spaghetti.
Nice.
A
All
proper
right.
dive bar cocktail with a Miller High Life.
It's happening sometime
Yes.
2027 probably, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, Roxy and SF. We definitely have signal here for streaming so much.
Yeah, I don't think I'd get away with it.
No.
But yeah, I thank you so much. I know that it's time. It's that time.
It
I
is that
appreciate
time.
you
I have to
coming
go do
on.
real work now. This is a way
Yeah.
better way to spend a Monday. Oh,
And then I can't wait to have you on next month
yes.
for
Late off
for
lounge.
wonderful words of wisdom that you have to offer during Late Off Lounge. Yeah.
Ooh,
Thank you.
yeah, that was a marathon. I definitely remember it well, so I'll have lots to share.
Oh, well, thank you so much. And thank you to everybody who joined us
Yeah.
and supported us in the chat. I'm sorry that I was a little bit distracted when they started joking around.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.